For the next hour, the green and gold are in charge. Welcome to In The Huddle on the Woodward Radio Network. Now, here's Bill Scott and Green Bay offensive lineman T.J. Lang.
And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the fifth quarter in Little Chute in The Huddle. Here on this Monday night, unfortunately, not good news to report. The Packers falling to the Dolphins in overtime on Sunday, 23-20. But it looks like we may have found our new tight end, T.J. Lang.
On the goal line, at least.
Little goal line offense, little goal line defense. That'd feel pretty good, huh?
Yeah, defense was more fun. I haven't played there since my freshman year of college, so it was good to get out there on the other side of the ball.
We'll talk with we'll talk about that a little bit more when Josh comes on, because he's had a little bit of a role there as well. But is it something where you kind of go to the coach, say, "Hey, I'll do whatever it takes," or do they ask you? Or
they came to me last week, and we had Ryan Pickett was out and Mike Neal was out, so they were running a little thin over there on the D line, and they came to me and Josh as well, and he told us there was a chance we might need to play a little bit on defense, and the opportunity came, and I got in there and, made the most of it.
Now, did you think there's any remote chance when you were on offense that they were going to call your number?
No. No. Hopefully one of these weeks, though.
They've done it before.
Yeah, I would like to catch a touchdown pass. That'd be pretty fun.
In fact, they did it for Tauscher, didn't they, a couple of years ago?
I think they did, yeah.
Yeah,
I think
he went and did the Lambeau leap, and then they called it back for a penalty.
Yeah,
anyway.
he got a penalty, which, I'd be mad if somebody got a penalty if I scored.
Yeah.
I'm still celebrating no matter what. So.
The Packers lose for the third time in the last four games, and the common theme has really been close games with some mistakes that if you could eliminate some of those mistakes, you'd feel pretty good about your chance of winning.
Yeah, well, we're leaving a lot of plays out there on the field. We're not making the plays that present themselves. There's a lot of yards out there that we feel like we could earn with a little extra effort. So we just need to start playing up to our capability and doing it consistently. On a play-to-play basis.
Were you aware that the officials dropped the flag partway through the timeout there?
Yeah, I saw them throw it up, and I had no idea what it was. I didn't know if it was a personal foul or it was kind of an awkward time to throw a penalty flag that late. But they called what they called, and it definitely had an outcome on the game, or an impact on the outcome.
Obviously, Mike McCarthy was pretty upset about it, and I think still is today. Calm down a little bit, but because there's not a lot you're going to do about it. But was it a discussion amongst the players when you came to work today?
Yeah, I think we talked about it, and clearly it was a wrong call, but it got called, and but we also talked about bottom line is we still had a chance to go win the game in overtime, and we obviously didn't make the play, so you can't blame the officiating for the outcome of the game yesterday. That it had an impact on it, but we still had an opportunity to go out there and win the game, and we didn't do that.
I know you guys take a lot of pride as an offensive line and in not getting your quarterback sacked. He was sacked 5 times yesterday, and when you break it down, now just watching from not having the opportunity to break it down like you guys do, it didn't look like they were all offensive line responsible sacks. Like there were a couple times where I thought Aaron actually rolled right into some pressure.
Yeah, well, there's, I think a few of them were coverage sacks. Obviously when you look at 5 sacks, you point the finger to the offensive line, but, I think the guys did a pretty good job of blocking yesterday, and, sometimes there's a lot of sacks where, a receiver might run the wrong route, or, it's the whole unit combined. It's not really one guy or one position group. Everybody plays a factor into that, and we just have to get better as a unit to limit those. People
like to come up with these, they dig far and long for these research statistics. And since the start of the 2008 season, the Packers now 1-11 in games decided by 4 points or less. Does it seem that bad when you hear that number?
Yeah, I mean, I know our last, really 4 losses date back to last year were all, by 1 score. So we got to find a way to come out and finish the game. We had a good finish out in Detroit when we played them. We had a chance to win the game, and we got it done. And the last two games we haven't done that, so we're going to need to find a way to dig a little deeper and close out games.
Offense just 59 plays, 19 fewer than Miami yesterday. The goal is always to kind of be in that 70 range, so it was more than the week before, but still kind of a work in progress there.
Well, you look at the time of possession, and they obviously had us beat on that, and I think our third down efficiency had a big role to do with that, offense and defense. They converted a lot of third downs, and we didn't do the same on offense. So we're going to need to find a way to get back up to our standards and convert on the third downs, especially the third and shorts. I think we had 4 of them yesterday, and I don't think we got one of them. So we're going to need to find a way to make those first downs and keep the defense off the field so they can get fresh. They were out on the field for a long time yesterday, and we're going to need to find a way to stay out on the field.
Yeah, those guys in the middle, without Pickett out there, without Mike Neal out there, they just weren't. I mean, they were playing 50-plus snaps, and that's just a lot to ask a guy like B.J. Raji or Cullen Jenkins to be able to play. You just wear down after a while.
Oh yeah, that's how it is with every defense. I mean, and we do a good job, subbing our guys, and yesterday we didn't really have the depth, that we had the previous weeks with Mike Neal and Ryan being out. So those guys had to play a little bit extra. And I thought our defense, for the most part, played another pretty solid game, other than a couple third down conversions where they could have got off the field. I
know you guys don't like to use injuries as an excuse, but I definitely think there's. There were no sacks by the defense yesterday, and in my opinion, I mean, if there's one guy you can definitely say, well, we wish we really would have had Clay Matthews out there, because I think he is truly a difference maker. And if you don't have him, I think it's you're not going to use it as a player, but I do think it's a legitimate reason for sometimes if you don't get the pressure. If he's not directly getting pressure, he's drawing doubles, he's doing something so that somebody else has a chance to get home.
Yeah, he's definitely an impact player on our defense, and when he's not out there, we just got to find other guys to step up. And like you said, when he's out there, if he's not getting a sack, he's getting double and triple teams, which opens up one-on-ones for other guys on the line, and they're a talented group, so they make plays. So he's definitely, our defense is better when he's out there, but injuries happen, and you just need other guys to step up.
All right, if you missed it, the Packers officially putting Jermichael Finley on injured reserve today, so he is now officially out for the season. And on top of that, Brady Papinga is scheduled for knee surgery tomorrow. We'll know more at that time as to just how long he's going to be out. Coming up later in the show, we'll have our emails segment of the week, sponsored by Granite Peak Ski Area in Wausau. Your chance to win a ski package for 2, valued at more than $400. Send us your questions now at inthehuddleshow.com. We're back with more after this on the Woodward Radio Network.